Welcome back to Houston Life. Back to school mornings are busy enough, so packing lunch shouldn't feel like another complicated chore.
Nope. Today we are looking at 4 easy ways to build a lunchbox, from make-ahead pepperoni spinach pizza roll-ups, that sounds delicious, and leftover sloppy joes to freezer-friendly pot stickers. Who better to call than our friend and food blogger, cookbook author, and more, Leigh Ann Chatagnier. She's going to be here to help us out today. Leigh Ann, this is so fabulous because my sisters, who have a total of 7 young ones, are very picky eaters. So when it comes to filling their lunchbox, she's crossing her fingers trying to get them to eat something.
And this is something I hear from parents everywhere. That is not uncommon. So I have some tips and tricks and some tried and true that work for my kiddo and a lot of kiddos in general. So
when we were coming in, by the way, it smelled so good.
Good.
Lunch is here.
You want to make it smell good, right? You want to entice them with their nose, with their eyes, everything. So one of the things I like to do is always have like a homemade option, a freezer option, a like what's in the fridge kind of deal. And one of my favorite like make ahead things are these spinach, turkey pepperoni, and cheese croissant roll-ups. They're so good. Today we're actually not going to use spinach, but just because of all this, whatever's been so we're just going to do pepperoni, and we're going to use string cheese. You just cut it in half.
So
it's the perfect little size.
Most string cheese is mozzarella to begin with, right?
So it's perfect.
Okay.
So all you're going to do is take a couple pepperonis. You're going to put them, if y'all want to.
We're going to do this here. Okay.
Let's do it. I love to cook too.
Okay. So just on the larger side of your crescent rolls, you're just going to put some pepperonis and then put a little string cheese there, and then we're just going to roll her up.
This way or this way?
Fatter
big
side
way
to the little side. Yep.
Man, that's such a brilliant idea. I always forget about the string cheese. It is such a good idea.
It's so easy. And then you're just going to brush a little butter on top. It can be melted or just softened. And then I like to just put a little Italian seasoning right on top. Those go into the oven for like 15 minutes. They're nice and golden. And then you can just put a little marinara sauce in their lunchbox. Nowadays, they make all the perfect little spill-proof things, and then they can just dip them.
Let me ask you this. Are you refrigerating these the night before, or are you making these in the morning?
I usually make them at the beginning of the week. And then you can reheat them in the air fryer that morning for like 2 minutes. My son will eat them cold too, though.
Your son's after my own heart.
It's like cold pizza, right?
Absolutely.
And you know what? It's fun because the kiddos can do it with you too. Let's make our lunch meal prep for the week.
You
can change up your toppings or your what's on the inside. You can add your veggies. You can add different cheeses. You can take away the pepperoni if your kids aren't into pepperoni.
Easy. Perfect.
Easy peasy.
Okay, great.
The other thing I love to do is a dumpling, a freezer dumpling. We always have them in our freezer, and I usually just pack them with a little cucumber salad, which is just rice wine vinegar, a little salt and sugar. My son absolutely loves these cucumbers. He will eat like a whole entire bowl of them. Let
me ask you this about cucumbers. If you're putting them in a lunchbox, you're going to want to leave the outside rind on so that they're not super mushy, right? Does that help at all?
Yes, and also I buy the little Persian cucumbers. So that skin is super tender and easy to eat. So
you are literally making like a little bento box.
This is literally the cutest thing ever.
Isn't it cute? And then you do just like a little seaweed paper, or if your kid's not into that, put some chips. Whatever they like here. This is just like whatever your kid is into.
What are those little cute little gummy things there?
These are those Joyride, like they're lower sugar, but still giving you like a little treat at lunch. My son loves to have a little sweet treat at the end. I just add some fruit. So here we've got balanced. We've got our protein. We've got some veggies, some fruit. We've got a little crunchy, salty snack on the side.
I see that this is how you have it laid out in this box, but is this how you would package it into the lunchbox?
Yes. So this actually makes I will show you in just a little bit, but they have a lunchbox version of this. And then it has a silicone top that you just put on that cucumber salad. But this one seals it on its own.
Gotcha.
So, and this one
swinging their lunchbox.
And this particular one has a little ice pack that goes under where the cucumbers
can keep it nice and cool.
So you can have a hot and cold situation.
Okay, now sandwiches. This is something that I literally grew up on. I had a sandwich every single day.
I did too.
Right? Okay.
Mom and Dad burned us out on sandwiches, unfortunately.
So one of the things, with picky eaters in particular, it's like you want to switch it up. So there's a couple ways to make it a little more fun if you just want to pack a sandwich. And sometimes, you just don't have time for anything else, right? In the morning. So use a cookie cutter.
Okay.
And you just make your sandwich, and then you just do your little cookie cutter, and you can do this this with vegetables. You can do it with fruit because they make little mini cutters
That
as
is
well.
so cute.
It's all about making the mundane tasks fun, right?
Look at that. And now it doesn't have crust on it.
Yeah.
My parents spend 2 hours getting the crust off of our sandwiches. Okay, that is adorable.
So that's my
incredible.
first little sandwich trick. The other one is to make a roll up. So you're gonna kind of flatten it out like you're rolling out some dough or something. And then you are just gonna slice it up. You're gonna put whatever you want on the inside, and then you have cute little sandwich sushi rolls.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That is
Bite-size.
such a great
Perfect.
idea.
So it's just a fun way to switch up a normal sandwich.
Right.
So you're not taking too much more time in the morning, but it makes it a little special when they open up their lunch.
And you can do that with like a PB&J, or if you
yeah.
have like a turkey, any kind of
Anything.
sandwich that you want,
Anything.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the other thing I say for making things fun are using like cute little food picks. So, you know, it makes the fruit, you can just pick it up. It's much more fun to eat that way.
That's if you have a responsible child. But they'll,
Yes,
they'll
a little
bring the
older.
food.
For a little bit older kids. And then also for older kids, like now they make cute little jokes and riddles you can put in there. You can write them a fun little note, but just finding ways to make a normal lunch a little more special. And then when they open it up, it's not like the same turkey sandwich every day.
Lo, did you ever get a cute note on your napkin from your parents?
Yes,
it was on a
Mom would
napkin.
always put it on the napkin, which is really sweet.
Back in the 1900s.
Oh,
when I went to elementary school.
Exactly.
These are such great ideas.
they
I like
are.
that I feel that they can just go throughout the school day no matter what time your kid has lunch, right? So, oh my goodness, I want a star-shaped sandwich now.
I know. Yeah, it just makes it so much more fun.
Leigh Ann, don't go anywhere because still to come more easy lunches with my Diary of Us food blogger. Leigh Ann Chatagnier is coming up next when Houston Life returns. But like the tiny one. Welcome back to Houston Life. We are back in the kitchen with food blogger and cookbook author Leigh Ann Chatagnier.
She's sharing some more of her easy lunch hacks, plus how you can get her free lunchbox guide for the school year and beyond.
Okay, we've turned the stove on now.
have,
Leigh Ann.
yes.
What are we starting with now?
Okay, so this is going to be your easy weeknight dinner that turns into leftovers to make easy lunches the next day.
We love that.
Okay,
We love
let's
that.
see
Yes.
here.
Okay, so these are turkey sloppy joes. And what I like to do is add carrots or like mushrooms, zucchini. You can really sneak in
What
some
is the
veggies
base?
here.
Just a ground turkey?
Yes.
Ground turkey.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So I like to add an onion, garlic, and then whatever veggies I have lingering in the fridge, zucchini, mushrooms, carrots, all of it can go in and they'll never know
Nope,
because
right,
it's going to
because
cook
that yummy
down.
sauce is
and the
gonna-
yummy sauce.
Yep.
Okay.
So the sauce is, we have chicken broth.
Okay.
And then we're going to do some barbecue sauce. This can be
Oh,
whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is here.
Okay.
Lots of great
And then
ones.
we're going to use some no sugar ketchup. We're going to try to keep our sugar a little bit
Okay.
down because we also have some brown sugar we're adding.
Okay,
okay,
So we
okay.
don't need to keep adding the sugar.
Okay.
And you can even omit this if you want. But the sweetness of a sloppy joe, I think, is what
Absolutely.
kids definitely like. And some chili powder.
Yum.
Okay. But that's not going to make it spicy. The chili
No,
powder,
no,
right?
no, no.
Okay.
It just gives it that like a smoky flavor.
vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
And we have some Worcestershire sauce.
Oh, she said it so good.
What? She's out
And some tomato paste.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
And you're just kind of eyeballing that, right?
Well, I have the exact measurements, but I pre-measured all this
Got it.
for TV.
Got it. Okay.
And
We'll
then
put
we're
that
just
up.
going to add this whole thing of sauce right in here. Once your veggies cook down just a little bit, and that's going to get nice and saucy and delicious.
okay.
And then
It
here we go.
smells so great
It
in
smells incredible.
So this
Now,
is just going to cook down. This is under 20 minutes right here.
I was
okay?
going to ask you, Leigh Ann, you've got a 9-year-old, you said?
A 10-year-old.
10-year-old.
Yes.
Is he a picky eater?
He's not super duper picky, but he does have his little quirks, like he won't eat
Right.
rice. Of all the things,
Of
you know,
course, of
or a
course.
sweet potato. Like
Okay.
I'm like, how are you, my child, if you don't like potatoes? So, but most of the time he's pretty
Open.
pretty good.
He's pretty
yeah, he's pretty open.
yeah.
Yes, he's not. He'll eat really whatever, and he'll tell you if he doesn't like it, but he'll always try it usually.
That's great. That's
good.
great that
At
he
least
will
he's
try it.
open-minded.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff.
Okay. So
Very good.
after we've cooked the mixture, you've got it in a little pan right here, and you're just going to put it inside
You're
of a
gonna
bun.
put it in the fridge, and
Okay.
then I like to do the little slider buns.
Yes.
the lunch
Perfect.
boxes.
Yes.
And then you can put a couple in there or one. Just depends on your kid's appetite,
Okay.
you know, and their age. But they are super great. You can do them room temperature. You can warm them up. Whatever you want. And this particular lunchbox, you can put like a little fruit on top there, or it could be chips. I mean, it could be whatever. Chips on the
cute.
side, and then you just pack it right up.
Yeah.
But it's super simple. I like to just do fruit, a little chip, and lunch is done.
There you go.
Man, I know that I've mentioned this quite a few times, but the fact that there are so many options of lunch boxes these days, it's truly helpful if you want to put something cold or even keep something warm,
Totally.
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like this lunchbox here has the thermos option.
Okay.
So you could even do one of these inside that little thermos.
This is the thermos?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this thermos looks so different than the thermos.
I know.
And you can fit it, it'll fit right in here, or you can take it out. So
Okay.
it just gives you options here.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Which brings me to our my favorite. This is
Okay,
probably
this
my
almost
son's
looks like
favorite.
a kid's charcuterie.
It is.
Oh, okay.
So this, if you ask my son 9 times out of 10 what he wants in his lunchbox, he calls it a snack lunch.
Okay.
Snack lunch.
A snack lunch, and this is what it is. So we want to get our protein, we want to get our fruit, a vegetable, we want to get some carbs in there,
Okay,
a little
okay.
treat. So
Of course.
I thought it'd be fun for you guys to like pick and build what you want to do here.
Okay.
You can add popcorn, you can add, hummus.
Lo,
There's
let's
just-
pretend if you were building this
many
for your
options.
husband,
Well-
what do you think that he would put inside of his box?
I used to have a charcuterie side hustle.
You're really good at this.
I am right at home here.
Okay.
So, gosh, definitely grapes. I think grapes are a must. So I would definitely probably grab like a little, a little bit of
Is he a
these.
sweet and a savory guy? Like,
He's he likes his savories, but he loves his sweets.
Okay,
My
okay.
husband.
So you're gonna
loves
have to
his
put the
sweets. We got-
strawberries in,
for sure.
right?
Got to do strawberries, but I think we got to get some crackers in
Okay,
there too.
okay.
And so one thing, like these come with some dividers, but that little silicone muffin tin is something that I keep on hand to separate things in the lunchbox.
I gotcha.
So you can use those for, if you have like olives with a cracker and you don't want the juice to get on the cracker.
Oh my goodness, you're speaking my language.
that
I
way-
don't like anything to touch.
Touching,
So I
yes.
know that a couple of my nieces and nephews are the same way.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
You can just get these little silicone muffin liners. They're so cheap on Amazon, and you can just use them to divide up your lunches however that you want. It is so easy and it's cute too. Look,
Oh, look
how
at her
good
making a
Lo
little
is.
flower. Leigh Ann, as Lo finishes making this, I want to talk about your lunchbox guide, your free lunchbox
Yes.
guide. Where can we find it and what does it have in it?
So you can find it on my website,
Okay.
mydiaryofus.com, and it's got my top 5 formula, which is number 1, we want to make it colorful because kids are going to eat with their eyes first. So my thought is if it's really pretty, then they're more likely to eat it. So I always want to make sure that I've got some good color in there. And then I also really focus on making it fun.
Yes.
Which is where you bring in the cookie cutters and the food picks and things like that. And then also making sure to add a food that they love. So without a doubt, no matter what I'm putting in, I make sure at least one thing in the lunch, usually the entree, is something that I know he's going to eat because I know a lot of kids come home with full lunch boxes.
What did you eat today?
Right. And
yes.
it's because, they didn't like what their mom packed them.
Yep.
So I always say one food that they love, so at least they eat that. And
Amazing.
then the things you put around it is how you can switch it up and add some variety and some.
And trick them.
knowledge. Yeah.
And trick them.
And then they're like, wait, I love this, so I'm going to eat this too.
Right.
So,
I'm still
Yeah,
hungry.
like, that's so pretty.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's so
Like, kid would have opened that and be like, yeah, that's fine. Let's eat that.
Amazing. Leigh Ann Chatagnier with My Diary of Us. Thank you so much.
You're
I'm going to list all of
welcome.
these things online. I know that everybody is really appreciative of these tips and tricks that really you can find in your own refrigerator, your cabinets, right?
Yes, yeah,
So,
use
so
what you
simple.
have.
Yeah, use what you
Use
have.
what you have.
Absolutely. We'll be sure to link all of these fun lunches on our website. Like I said, HoustonLife.tv. Just click on the Scene on Houston Life section.